Welcome back, and thank you for staying with KTN Prime. Now, it's about that time when we have that conversation. With me in studio is Nakuru Senator Tabitha Karanja. Thank you so much, and good evening.
Good evening to you.
Thank you for joining us.
Santis.
So, I know, come 2022 after the elections, Nakuru County made headlines. The fact that it was able to elect women at the top of the county leadership. Coming from business to politics, how has it been for you?
I can say it's been nice.
Yeah.
It's been a journey. I've learned a lot because I'm a quick learner.
Yeah.
And then I think I feel like I've been there.
You've been there already, yeah?
Yes.
Is it the same? Is it the same experience as running a business, perhaps?
Not really.
Yeah.
They are quite different, but they serve the same. It's like you're coming from corporate now to politics.
Yeah.
It's like you've learned how to build things. You've been a self-made person.
Yeah.
So now when you come now, you're able now to sail into politics.
Perhaps
it helps
maybe,
you a lot. Yeah,
you can share some of the challenges or things that you've learned that perhaps you weren't experiencing in the corporate world that you're finally seeing in this other side of politics.
Okay, the expectations are very high when it comes to the politics. Of course, the corporate is a seat that you've created for yourself. So it's you to remove yourself from the comfort zones so that you can climb to the next level.
Yeah.
Let's come to politics. You've been employed now, and these employees, there are so many. So you have so many employers, let's say. So the expectations are very high, and they gauge you from day one. When you get that seat, they gauge you from day one. That is, see many politicians failing.
Yeah.
Because maybe they'll get in and think there's time to wait and waste. When it comes now to the next, the 5 years, maybe they finished with you 1 year, 2 years down the line.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we've had guys saying, activism, you see activists who come into politics and you see that activism dying once you're in that particular seat. I guess it's because of what you're saying, the difference in challenges and all that.
And you must behave all the time.
Yeah.
Because there are many people looking at you.
Okay.
And looking upon you also.
All right.
Yes.
So yesterday you were in Senate and you said a couple of things. I know there's a clip I want us to run so that our viewers can be up to date with what exactly we are talking about. Maybe we'll have it in a moment. But of course, you mentioned a couple of issues and you made a couple of claims. I guess we have it. Maybe we can, yes, let's just take a look at that.
I think everybody knows that what the governor is doing to undermine my oversight role is beyond this world. I've been even called on private numbers to be threatened, called names. You've seen even Chief Justice Kome calling upon how our governor has disobeyed the court orders. Going there now, where our people, the electorate, who came out early morning to elect a governor thinking that she'll take them to the next level. We need the Committee for Legal to write a stout letter to the governor and warn her that if she continues that way, the senator will bring a vote of no confidence because we cannot allow this. They are saying they are the ones killing devolution, that we are killing devolution, but they are the ones killing the devolution.
Right, so that is yesterday. The question in many people's minds is, how did we get there?
Yes, it has been a journey, let's say. It has been a journey. And for me to see me talking in the floor of the House, it is something that maybe held and tried to on my own way how to solve this thing. But it just started when our governor did something that affected our health sector. Laying off 500 employees, over 500 employees, and replacing them with the low card. Let's say they were, I mean, the ones that were there were more qualified than the ones she brought in. And since then, the hospitals have never, our health sector has never gotten back to where it was, you know. And if you look at where we were 2 years down the line, we were the people, I mean, the other counties were being referred to come to our PGHs, the level 1, I mean, level 4 and 5 hospitals. Yeah. But today, when you come to Nakuru, we are the ones now being referred to go to other hospitals in the Eldoret, Nairobi, like that. So how it changed and how it turned, it's something that now has really frustrated the people. When you walk, you just need to walk to Nakuru, ask anybody on the street, and they'll tell you how frustrated they are. Okay. So for me being their senator, I can feel the frustrations. And I can see if our governor doesn't change this, it will end now to people now, because already she's pocketed the MCAs. Okay. So the MCAs will do nothing. And they are not even doing their own oversight. So I've seen them pushing me, like, to apply Article 1, where the power belongs to the people. So that's why now I'm trying to say, our governor, can you align? And I'm very sure the niece of Kenya is it's known to be the best in Africa. Yeah. So I'm sure she gets that intel every day. Okay. Yes.
Since the governor is not here to, of course, defend herself, we'll take those as claims. Yes. But, you know, you've talked about the fact that over 500 workers were laid off. These 500 workers, were they coming from one particular hospital, or it's a number? It's across
the hospitals, yes.
And what led to this?
Okay, according to the county government, is that the contracts, they ended the contracts. Okay. Yes, but initially what's supposed to be done, if the contracts end, you're supposed to renew the contract based on the qualifications and the performance and all that. Yeah. But now she just struck the pen and like ended all the contracts. All right. Which according to the people and according to those employees, they felt like it was done unprofessionally. And so the noise started from there. And being their governor, you could see the people striking. I could see them in the TV. So I asked my people, what is all this? What is happening? Yeah. It's the time now I got the whole, whatever, the doctors came to me, the nurses came to me, and then I gave a proposal. Yeah. Then after giving a proposal, that's the time now our governor is maybe not ready to be oversighted. Okay. My role now. So started making noise now in the campaign barazas and all that. Then pushed the MCAs now also to start saying the senator doesn't know her role. Okay. So anytime they're in baraza, they're just talking about me. I've become now the talk of the county. Okay. You know, perhaps we need to understand what exactly is your relationship with the governor. Were things rosy at first? No. Yeah. Actually, it's not about me and the governor at all. Yeah. It's not about me and governor at all. Maybe even when we meet, we'll just say hi. It's about all the people. You know, everybody has their own role. Me, I'll get the money from here, from the national government. I'll get the money, take it to the governor. Then the governor uses that money to do the projects and all that. Then, in the same time, I'm doing the representation. So anytime the people are making noise and they're complaining, I'll always try to reach the governor's office. If I don't get her, then because things are already in the public. So you'll see me now trying to talk. If I don't talk on the Nakuru itself, that's why now you can see me now coming to the Senate. When you find now there was that motion on the media, the way the media, they are being harassed at the county government. I know our county is one of them. So it's about intimidation, frustrations, and the blackmail. And it's across the board, all those institutions, many institutions, the police, you've seen the judges, you've seen the lawyers. Yeah. So if that one doesn't change, I'm worried things will not get better. Okay.
You know, Senator, we will get to the proposal that you made that, of course, it wasn't taken well, if I can say that. But you've said that you have been intimidated and undermined. But at the same time, we're seeing in other spaces where the governor is saying the same issue. She feels like she's being undermined. So then who is being undermined and who is not?
Yeah, there's this narrative, and we've discussed this with the senators. Anytime you are playing your role well in a county, and remember where I've come from.
Yeah.
I've come from corporate. I know how to read my JD. I give people JD for 25 years.
Yes.
And I expected them to apply depending on the JD that they give, the job description. So I got it right. I knew the oversight, the registration, the representation. So I would not finish my 5 years and not having done my job. So if you do your job correctly, you are told that you are undermining the governor because you are looking for a governor position.
Okay.
And yet, you may not even be looking forward even to be re-elected for your Senate. But I want just to ensure that I perform. So that when the performance, whatever is done, Senator Tabitha came to Nakuru County as a senator of Nakuru and did her job correctly, and she performed between 100 to 80, she was there. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. And then I leave a mark of people to know in Nakuru County, when you're electing a senator, this is how the senator
you want to be the benchmark.
Yes, benchmark. Okay. Because according to them, even like now they've started saying, it's the first time they have felt the work of their senator. Yeah, I know Susan is my predecessor, but they don't talk that what Susan did, what the other senator did. I hear even the other one never even came to the Senate or even never went to the ground. And maybe that's how the senators, they apply. But for me, having worked as a CEO of a company, pushed other people to work, I would not want to go and sit, get a salary, and not perform my duty.
So then...
So that's a narrative.
Yeah.
And the governors try to push it to the people. They are supporters. But of course the public know. Whatever the senator is saying, she's not even going under the table. She's just talking on what is on top of the table. Yeah, whatever is the public domain. That's what I'm trying to push.
Okay.
Yes.
So then do you know who's threatening you, perhaps?
Who is threatening? You
said you're receiving threats. Do you know who's threatening you?
Of course, it's trying to intimidate me.
Okay.
So that now I fear to do my job. But such things, they are not neither here nor there.
Okay.
Because me, I have to perform and I have to do my duty without fear, and to do the oversight, represent my people, and do the registration.
Okay.
Yes.
So in your role as an oversighter, what are some of the challenges that you've noticed are facing Nakuru County?
The challenges in my office? Or
yes, in general. When you're playing your role as an oversighter.
Okay,
yes.
When I'm playing my role as an oversight, first of all, the first people that should be in the first line of the oversight, the MCAs. Then the MCAs are the ones now condemning me, and saying that I don't know how to do my job. Like now I talked of this own source revenue that they have dropped. And they went everywhere in the Nakuru County saying the senator is lying. It was a mistake from the budget. But then today, if you look at whatever you'll see, they were doing a public participation to amend the bill, for amendment bill, because whatever they collected is exactly what I said. It was 1.6, but they were trying to say that it was about 3 billion.
Yeah.
So, meaning they didn't know that they are the ones who will be affected more. Because when we don't have enough money, who is going to be affected? Is their projects on the wards. So this is the time now they are calling public participation so that they can amend this whatever bill, because whatever they collected cannot be enough to do the project that they had already projected.
Yeah.
So the first challenge is that the MCAs, instead of joining with the senator to do the oversight role, they are now together with the governor. So you're left alone. But the public are with you. So you're working with the public, and the publics are the ones giving you the information, what need to be oversighted, what is not going right, and what is going wrong. Yeah. And I'm sure you've seen about what people mostly at the moment, what they are complaining, because Nakuru, 2 years down the line, it was the prime investment destination, whatever destination. Let's say even the investors, let's say the tourists and all that. But one of the sector which is now held that supports that has been affected, and we've been making noise all along about that. So this is affecting that confidence that people had on their investment and all that. So some people are not, they're not even willing now to come to the Nakuru, especially for tourism, for investment. Why? Because the hospital that had served them for those 100 years, the War Memorial Hospital, has been closed since, I think now since October. Since October.
Yeah, since October,
and the court orders have been given out. I think now there are 7 court orders for the reopening of that hospital. And after now, it has not been opened.
So what's the problem?
The problem now, it is now we have a governor who is not able, who is not ready to obey the court orders. Who is not ready to obey the court orders. Because what we are saying, let's say even the case is in court to determine who is the owner of the land. Let's say the court now will decide who is the owner of the land. But the court says it's very clear. Can that hospital be opened, serve the people, be serving the people, as with the court determine who is the owner of the land. Okay.
You know, you've talked about a number of issues, and you've mentioned that you feel like you're sidelined. Yeah, you don't have support when it comes to you know, fulfilling your role. But then many people would wonder, because it's not the first time we're seeing leaders in a certain county, you know, defy in a number of issues. Perhaps are there different dispute resolution mechanisms that can be put in place to ensure that, you know, the leaders work for the betterment of the people?
You know, it's very tricky about the senator and the governor.
Explain
and
how.
the MCAs.
Yes.
It's very tricky because we have different roles. All of us, we have different roles. And one of us doesn't perform their role, we'll be killing the devolution. Yeah.
Which
if I don't do the oversight,
yes.
If I just bring the money and then I will come back to Nairobi, I come to my Senate, I go and play my golf, I wait for the 5 years. The budget, yes, it was about 120 billion. We don't hold the governor accountable on behalf of the people, and we're given those positions. I think it will be the worst thing that we have done to the Wanjiku, the people that elected us.
Yeah.
So meaning there's no mechanism. It's only to everyone to allow everybody to do their job, and then Wanjiku now can benefit on that. But if it's that the mechanism is to tell senator slow, don't talk, then where did we elect a senator?
But I thought you're all working towards a same goal, as much as
the same
all
goal,
have
yes.
different roles.
The same goals, as far and we have this. I mean, we have the same goal, and we are working towards ensuring the Nakuru County we leave it better than how we found it.
Yes.
But then, when I'm playing my role, I say, can we obey the court orders? What I have on my table is that the people came to my office, they have a legit title, extension, 50 years lease extension. They have it on my table. Yeah. I say, let our people get the medical services they used to get through the War Memorial Hospital. So now I become like I'm not talking whatever. I should sing the same song the governor is saying. And then there's no way that we can have somebody that can be to be above the law. You know, you must comply and ensure that anything you do, it is based on the rule of law.
Yes, because even the Chief Justice came out saying that there is blatant disrespect of the rule of law, and she was actually saddened by that. But, you know, talking about the War Memorial Hospital, what the public understands the TIF is all about is because of the land and the issue of leasing. The lease ended in 2021. You know, they're saying that they renewed the lease. You have equally come out in public and say that you have those documents, but can you substantiate them? Are they really
yes, they are real. They are real.
Okay.
Yes.
So then what seems to be the problem?
According to me, my thinking is that maybe when the governor started this, she didn't know that these people had the lease, the title extension of the 50 years. Maybe she didn't know. Okay. That's what I think. Because being a lawyer, and then you find those things are there and they are legit, how else do you expect that you can go and defy a title or cancel a title that was issued? It sets a very bad precedence that any title that we have is a paper.
But are you certain that the company did follow the due process in acquiring that lease?
Yes, they did.
Have you done perhaps your own research?
As a senator, that's my work.
Yes.
Yes, as a senator, that's my work.
And have you informed the governor that perhaps, you know?
Yes.
And what was the response that you got?
No. Of course, the governor keeps on saying that they are not legit, but he has never taken the evidence of what she has. Because she has a governor, maybe she knows more than we don't know. She has something, maybe we don't know. She's supposed to produce it to the court so that we can see whatever she has, it is contrary to what we are saying. But what we have, it's legit. It was done by the National Lands Commission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
issued. Yes.
The issue that people have, and the public in general, is why is the matter being politicized?
It's not being politicized. It's not being politicized. Because unless you keep quiet, if you keep quiet, then whatever happens, it's okay. Then that's what, if that's the politics. We are just saying, court order, open the hospital, as we are discussing, to know who is the owner of the land.
Yeah.
In fact, the people now of Nakuru, they are not concerned about who is the owner of the land. They're only concerned about, can the hospital be open?
And the services.
And the services. Because some of the people, that's why they were getting their medical. Believe me or not, this was the best hospital. I don't know how it happened that for the whole last 100 years, that's the only hospital. Nobody else has ever invested in such a hospital.
More questions and no answers.
Yeah.
Okay.
More questions. I'm surprised. You know, for me, I used to stay in Naivasha. So, Kiroche, back Nairobi, Kiroche, back Nairobi. So it's the first time now I'm getting deep in the Nakuru and understanding how things are happening for the last 1 year.
Yeah.
So I was shocked. This is the only hospital. How comes? Nobody has ever thought that we needed even another bigger, or even calling foreign investors or local investors to invest in the health sector. Nobody.
So knowing what you know now, what is your next step in this particular issue regarding the War Memorial Hospital?
No, for this one, I think we all rely on courts. Anything that we are doing is about the rule of law. So if the courts have said that hospital must be opened, and they've given court orders to do that, so the sooner our governor can open that hospital, the better.
But
the sooner she can open the hospital, the better.
You're talking about the rule of law, yet we've seen time and time again that there's that blatant disregard of the rule of law. So what happens next? You know, because Kenyans are suffering. While all this is going, at the end of the day, the residents of Nakuru are suffering. They are
really suffering. And of course, that's why you saw me making noise at the Senate.
Yeah.
So if nothing is happened, then we will have to take the next step.
Which is?
The next step now, it is telling people now, and or people now using me to ensure that our governor can obey the law.
And how will they use you exactly?
They use me because I'm sure they'll send me to do the vote of no confidence.
And you're ready to take that step?
If it push me,
yeah.
What else can you do? I think I have no alternative but to comply with what they tell me.
You know, perhaps when we keep on saying dispute resolution, no other way of handling this.
Yeah, so if the people have no alternative, I asked for the job. Yeah. I remember our president telling us all the time, you are the ones who came out of their houses to go and look for jobs. You must perform. You must do your job. You cannot just be seated there doing your own businesses when Kenyans are suffering.
Yes.
I remember even the PG, that's what he kept on telling us.
Yeah.
So I asked for the job. I regret for having asked for this job.
Because it wasn't what I expected.
I did expect this. I did expect this. Susan, we used to talk with her. How are we going to do things? How are we going to perform? How are we going to change Nakuru?
Yeah, because I remember during, after you were elected, but you were saying that, people should watch what women can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also the same people who are really excited at the moment are really criticizing the issue of women leadership.
No.
Coming at a time, we're supposed to attain the 2/3 general. They're saying if we cannot work together, then perhaps maybe we're doing the wrong thing.
I think even the women that got these positions, there are 7 of them.
Yes, 7.
They should be very careful so that Kenyans will not ever say that you are the cause why women are never elected in this country. I remember yesterday when we went to the lobby with the senators, they all said it is maybe the last time they're electing women senators based on what they've seen in Nakuru. You can't believe it.
Yeah.
You can't believe it. Because it's unbelievable. It's not it's unheard of that somebody can defy 7 court orders.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's your county. You're part of, those women that were elected to lead that particular county, despite of, having different roles, and you have to do your work as oversight. But also at the end of the day, you also want
I'm also losing. But what I'm trying to say, I can't be the governor.
True.
I was given the position of a senator. So the governor of the day is Her Excellency Susan Kehika. She must perform. So what I'm preaching now is to ensure, even when I was telling the senators, the men senators, they should not put us in one basket. They should just look at that one particular leader. Because even in men, there are men that have led very badly, but we never tire to elect these men. We keep on whatever, based on what your manifesto and all that, that you offer to the people. So I keep on saying that. But for me, the push is, can they behave? Can they perform? Because if they don't, they will be the cause. We'll remember, they are the cause of why. You see, like now, if you look at what they were doing in Homa Bay yesterday, it was to ensure they can increase. We become 16 governors. How will we increase if people are reading the headlines of how some of the women governors are not doing the right thing, or the men, or the whatever? But women in particular, because we are the few, we need to. And I kept on saying that even when I was in the business entrepreneur, that we work harder 5 times, more than the men, because you have to prove. You have to keep on proving. Because there's an opportunity you've been given. Yeah. They are watching. Everybody is watching you. Hey, because of this, because somebody is a woman. But for a man, it's okay, you can make a mistake. I think they still elect and elect. Yeah. So it's so hard and so painful if these 7 governors of ours will not perform to ensure that 2027 we can now grow the number. We can even double the number.
Perhaps let me be the devil's advocate in this particular case. As you said, we're all women and we need to stick together. Perhaps, where I perform well, in other areas I don't. You need someone to hold your hand, someone who will walk with you through the journey. So in this particular case, where's the middle ground?
Okay, as a governor, you're the CEO of the company, of the county. Yes.
True.
So you're the leader. You're the one now who will put the right people that you feel you can walk the journey with, and you put the right people. Yes. Okay. So you can't force yourself. I
get what you're coming from.
Yeah. Yes. Being the CEO, always, even where I was, I know it is you pick the people that will ensure you shine, that you die and ensure that your performance it's number 1, isn't it? You become successful. But if you pick the wrong people, definitely you're going to fail.
So then, as Senator Tabitha Karanja, what is your next step? What should we look forward to?
No, mine is just to promise the Nakuru people that I'm going to perform my role very diligently, and to ensure that I'll not let them down. Yeah. The 3 jobs that they give me, to ensure that I push for more revenue to bring to the county, to give the governor. Then after that, I do the oversight to ensure that that money is used for the projects of the Nakuru, because devolution is giving opportunity to the people of that county, and especially now particularly Nakuru County. So that money, whether it's the supply, whether it is the employment, whether it's what, it should just be the Nakuru County people.
Yeah.
The business, it should support their businesses and all that. So that will be my job, to ensure I do that oversight. And then of course representation, whatever people feel is not going right, they bring to my table, I see it. I'll also ensure that I do the representation and the legislation to ensure that I can come up with laws, policies that will ensure that they're favorable to the people of Nakuru and Kenya as a whole.
So maybe I can ask, so then what's your plan of bringing that revenue into Nakuru County? Perhaps do you have, a map, I'm going to do this first and then the next first?
No, you see, this money is the one that drew now from the national kick.
Yes.
The national kick, just to ensure you push for more. You ensure that you push for more. Of course, I'll also ensure that the own source revenue, it's done correctly, because again, we don't want that drop, that huge drop, to ensure that they put those automated systems, to ensure that money is not going to people's pockets, so that it can be collected and do the whatever project. Like now the hospitals themselves, if you look at the level 4, level 5, they are self-sustainable institutions. So that same money, it's called Facility Improvement Fund. So it is plowed back to ensure that it can cater for the medicines, for the doctors' salaries, even to cater for the promotions of the health sector staff, and to pay the suppliers. It's enough to do that. So when you see people, like now I saw last 2 months, people in Molo demonstrating, the suppliers of the level 4 hospital, demonstrating because they've not been paid. And these are people in business, so they borrowed money from the banks. You can imagine how it affects the people, especially if it's money that they borrowed to come and supply in the county government, and then they are not paid 2 years, whatever, down the line.
Okay.
So mine, I will ensure that is done, and the money now is whatever we'll push at the Senate to ensure. I know the governors have said they require the 450 billion, you saw that.
Yeah.
But we'll also be pushing them to ensure that they can collect more.
Yes.
On this
revenue collection is key.
Yeah, it's very key.
Yes.
Because the money that the budget, you imagine how much whatever we require, because the country now is not able to borrow. We've reached the ceiling of the borrowing. So whatever we collect, it has many obligations, It has a lot of many obligations. So meaning dividing these 450 tricks to the county, we'll see whether it's possible. And then after that, now we'll be pushing for them to collect more and more to ensure that they can sustain and even help the national government. Some, like in Nairobi, you'll be shocked. They can collect 68 billion. That's what I saw from there. Yeah,
why is it shocking?
Because they don't collect that.
So where did it come from all of a sudden?
The whatever done, the research done.
Yes.
Yes, I think our Nakuru is almost 8 billion, I see. But we collect 1 point. You see now,
so
that's what now we are saying.
Deficit.
Yeah, that's what we are saying.
Yeah.
So if they can work that and all that, and then they don't see senators as their enemies, because that's how it is, not only Nakuru. You can see whatever, but Nakuru has shown, I think it has become like a shock to the people.
Yes.
But also the other senators, when you whatever, the governors feel the enemy. It's as if they think, the county job, being a CEO of the county, is a job you're given by the people to work, and the people will also hold you accountable.
True.
Will oversight you, even the public themselves. They can say, there is no road built. We can't see any projects coming. They are talking. So it's everywhere. So when they talk, the senator will also echo and support them on whatever they are saying.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Senator, for making time for us, and of course, shedding light in some of the issues affecting Nakuru County. We hope that, the matter will be resolved soon for the for the betterment of the people of Nakuru. But thank you so much, Senator Tabitha Karanja. Before we wind up Katie and Prime, let's just take a look at a few more stories. Now, tension was high at Kagir village in Baringo County as the slain head teacher Joseph Kibet alias Thomas Simba was laid to rest.